ボクシングを盛り上げる、さらに発展していくための、大事な試合ではあるし、発展していくボクシングをやっぱりこれ以上人気をって考えたら絶対に負けちゃいけない試合だと思うし。
その場その場の瞬間判断がやっぱりいち早くやっぱりできると思うんですよ。やっぱりその気を抜いたりとか一切しないで、その集中できた時、そういうのは、最近昔よりも感じますかね。
もう今年4試合目ではあるので、自分のその軸とするものっていうのはもう常に出来上がってるので。
Steps back into the ring. Naoya Inoue is putting in the work behind the scenes. From intense training sessions to conditioning and recovery, here is a look at how the monster prepares for his next fight.
そのボクシングっていうものが好きだから、そのボクシングっていうステージに行った時はもうそういうモード入っちゃうんじゃないですかね。その時はやっぱり人間変わりますよね。
やっぱり、ボクシングが好きだから、もうそれが一番ですね。もう好きでなければ、もう多分とっくにやめてると思うし、でも自分のことだけです。やっぱりああいう昨日のスパーリングとかにしても、後輩に見せたくないですからね。まだまだ、自分もプレイヤーとしてやってるし、それだけの意地があるし、負けられないっていう気持ちもあるんで、自分がやってるそのパフォーマンスを見て盗めとはならないです。やっぱりまだまだ自分がトップでやってる以上はプライドもあるので、そういった気持ち。
To the champion himself, this phase of his career is not about mentoring. It is about locking in on his own output above all else. What drives him instead is something personal, a refusal to let his edge dull while he is still standing at the top. Ask the people closest to him, and the picture gets even sharper. His trainer has pointed to something that separates Inoue from fighters half his experience. The ability to flip a mental switch the second training begins. It is not about grinding through every session at max intensity. It is knowing precisely when to ease off and when to demand more from his body.
スイッチは入ってますよ。で結構本人の切り替えもうまいんですよ。やっぱり抜くとか抜いたりとか、疲れが溜まってるなっていう時はやっぱ自分に言ってきて、今日ちょっと抜いていいとか、やっぱ自分ですごいコントロールしてバランス取ってます。ただ練習モードに入るともうガチッと入るんで、そこはもうしっかりもうスイッチは入ってます。
Sparring sessions are not relaxed tune-up rounds. They are high-intensity clashes where Inoue treats every exchange like it is fight night itself, pushing the pace until his partners are scrambling just to keep up. It is this refusal to lower the intensity, even in practice, that keeps him a step ahead of whoever ends up across from him next. Mornings start long before the gym doors open. Inoue heads out for extended runs tethered by a resistance band that his coach uses to physically hold him back mid-sprint. It is a deceptively brutal method. Fighting against resistance, the entire way forces his legs and lungs to work far harder than a normal run ever could. Something is clearly different about this camp, and it is his own coach saying so. According to those closest to him, Inoue's approach heading into the next fight carries a noticeably sharper edge, a shift to a different gear entirely from camp's past. The shift is not about technique. It comes down to motivation, a fire that is reportedly burning hotter than it has in previous build-ups. There is a moment in every hard training session where the body starts negotiating with the mind. And that is exactly where Inoue separates himself. Most fighters slow down when they are tired. Inoue does not. Where others naturally drop in the final stretch of a hard session, he holds his pace, sometimes even pushing past it, hitting what looks like 110% when his body should be running on empty.
ここ何戦かの中でもすごくこうトレーニングに対するその気持ちの入り方というか、そういうのもやっぱちょっと違う。それはもうモチベーションですね、結局。誰と戦うか、誰とやるのかっていう方がもうある程度全てを証明してきて、じゃあここの先何を証明するんだって言ったら、やっぱり自分が強いと思ってる相手と戦って勝つとか、そういったところにそのモチベーションっていうのを見出す。
The trainer does not sugarcoat what is really on the line in this sport. One loss, he said, can wipe out everything a fighter spent a career chasing. Not just a single result, but every dream built up to that point. Inoue has taken that warning to heart, and it is shaping every rep of this camp.
僕がこうきつい練習をこうやりますって言われたら、1本目はその乗り切るためにまあ 60%、次 70% ぐらいやって、で疲れて60に戻って、であと1ラウンドだから80でやって、最後100出し切ろうみたいな感じじゃないですか。でも彼は最初から100やるんです。100やって本当に疲れ切って、70とか60とかになっちゃうんですけど、最後のもう一踏ん張りで110、120とかいくんですよ。だそこが
The attention is now turning toward one of the biggest challenges left in the division for Inoue, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. But Tim Bradley is not holding back. He firmly believes Rodriguez is not ready for that showdown, arguing that if he brings the same defensive lapses from his last outing, the fight will not survive past 6 rounds.
ものはやっぱり人の夢を食いながら生きてるんで、そういう意味では夢を負けたボクサーっていうのは失ってしまうし、今までやってきたことを全否定されるんで、それほど悔しい思いはないんですよね。だからこそ絶対に負けたくないって、絶対に勝ちたいっていう、絶対に勝つんだっていう気持ちで練習からずっとやっていくんですけど、ボクシングっていうのは年に3回か4回しか試合できないんで、他のスポーツよりもその練習に費やす命をかけ続ける時間が長いんですよ。だからこそボクシングの一敗っていうのはすごく大きくて、人生を左右するような出来事になりかねない。
Bradley argues that Inoue's reach and heavy hooks give him the tools to cut the ring off, constantly hurting opponents right back into his firing lane.
He's not ready for Inoue right now. Hey, Bam, tremendous skills, pound for pound. Inoue's on the pound for pound list, but is he ready right now, like the next fight? Hell no. I think Bam need a couple more touches. And I think that Robert Garcia is a lot smarter. You know, the Robert Garcia that's answering questions is one thing. But, you know, the Robert Garcia that I talk to is very smart. He's a very smart trainer in the sense in how he moves his fighters. Okay, he's a manager too. So he knows he sees it, but he has to say the right thing.
Meanwhile, Malik Scott is not giving Bam any chances if he leans on his usual earmuffs guard against a puncher like Inoue. His concern is simple. That defensive shell might work against ordinary opposition, but he doubts it can keep out shots from someone like the monster at the highest level. But Mike Coppinger and Shady McCoy are not ready to sell on that, mainly because they do not trust that earmuff's defense against the monster.
Matt, if he bring that type of game, I'm just letting you know, Matt, if he bring that game that he brought this past weekend, he gonna get towed up. He gonna get towed up. See, when you fight Bam, I don't know if you guys noticed, straight punches affect him, 1. 2, he tucks up into that high guard. Yeah, he move on those little angles and stuff. I get it. Sorry, he's over here, he's over here, he's over here. You ain't gonna be able to do that shit with Inoue. You not. Especially when you trying to reach for that outside, you not gonna be able to do that. Inoue is gonna make you pay for it with the right hand.
Shady McCoy pushes back with a different red, comparing Bam to Terrence Crawford. He points to Bam's ability to shift styles mid-fight as the real X factor, arguing his footwork and power give him the tools to stay competitive no matter who is standing across from him, even against someone as dangerous as Inoue.
because I don't trust that earmuffs defense against the monster. I really, really don't. It makes me ask questions because he could probably.
And you could hear it because you could hear that through the earmuffs.
Yes.
You could hear that sound through the earmuffs.
So Malik, so you're going with the monster then. So I'm gonna go with Bam then. If you're going monster.
Oh, you want me?
Word to Devin Haney.
Yeah.
But real quick.
He just, the betting lines just moved.
Right. So you got to use I'm going with Bam.
Going with Bam.
Bro, Bam to me is like Jalen Brunson mixed with Saquon Barkley, home.
Ooh, that's a good one. He kind of is.
Yo, he got.
That is Terrence Crawford-type behavior. That is good language. The conversation turns to what has carried over since Bam moved up in weight. And the panel agrees it is his power. His clean shots have kept hurting opponents at the new class enough that the group refuses to dismiss him as anything less than a live, genuinely dangerous underdog heading into a fight with Inoue.
Footwork.
And he has a great
But
trainer, Robert Garcia.
monster footwork ain't like Bam.
No, Bam's is better.
And way better.
Yeah.
And another thing
Monster's
is,
a little heavier handed, I think.
Yeah,
and
I'm scared
I'm
of
thinking
that.
about how you.
That's why I'm scared of
When
that.
you talk, yeah, but I think he's
Right.
gonna fight him
Yes.
differently though. I think he'll fight him differently. I think with great fighters like Terrence Crawford, I hate to use his expression, he's so great. But like Terrence, he showed me so many different styles to beat certain different.
The problem is this. Turning to the matchup itself, Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr. are suggesting Bam should hold off, settling into his new weight class before stepping in with Inoue. They see a fight or two of buffer first as smart timing, not hesitation. Call it wisdom. But both agree rushing straight into a fight this size would be the bigger risk.
Purnell, I know Hurtado because he had to hunt him down at the end of the fight, but within that style, Purnell could either be more elusive, like the first time he fought Ramirez, or a little more assertive, like the first time he fought Haugen, or he could go inside and bang to the body, like Pineda, right? Like it depends who. So
I think
yes,
some
within
fighters
the
are so
style.
good that they can continue to do the same thing over and over, and if you could beat them, you
Yes,
can.
right.
Nah.
But what can beat that? Right? There's nothing that can beat Purnell at his best. You have no style for
The
that.
monster probably can do that against them.
And I think one thing is getting lost here too. One thing that's getting lost in my opinion is, yes, it's only 3 pounds, but it is a greater percentage of your weight max. Bam's power carried, no problem.
Breakdown gets stylistic fast. Inoue is painted as a North and South fighter, relentless and explosive, the type who tries to kick the door down. Bam is the opposite, East and West, living on lateral movement, setting traps with his feet instead of forcing the action. It is a matchup of two completely different fighting languages. Inoue is a North and South guy. He is going to have a starting point, and he is going to explode straight at you. And most of the guys he fights, they do not have the reactive skill and the ability to get out of the way of those punches. And again, they get hit, they get spooked, and it is a matter of time.
Talking about the next weight class, so I think, like Robert Garcia said, he should get a fight now at super bantam before he challenges Inoue, because Inoue is not just another fighter. He's not somebody who's just gonna walk off the street and beat.
Not at all.
You gotta be in his weight. You gotta be knowing what you're gonna be expecting. You gotta know that he has unusual punching power. So you gotta be ready to deal with all of those things. And that's why I'm sure Garcia wants him to get a fight at 122 to get used to that first. So at least he knows or has a feel of what he's dealing with. Then we fight. He said, one fight, then we fight. That's not a duck game.
Roy Jones lands on power as Inoue's trump card, though Bam's footwork gives him a real path to avoid the brunt of it. Still, both men are known to be hittable, which leaves one question hanging over everything. If Bam does get caught clean, whether he can actually take what Inoue brings. And that could ultimately determine whether his movement is enough to survive the fight.
Well, Inoue is a North and South guy.
Shifting to Akitsuji's breakdown of the potential matchup, he sees a clear gap in skill between the two. Winning a jab exchange against Inoue is brutally difficult on its own. He explains that is a hurdle even a fighter as accomplished as Junto Nakatani could not solve. For Akitsuji, that battle alone tells most of the story before the rest of the fight even starts.
They get spooked and it's a matter of time. Bam is more of an East-West guy. He can go North-South, but he's an East-West guy. I want to get to this side, I want to get to that side. So it's going to be an interesting matchup that is hard to call at this point because both fighters also tend to...
Kitsuji takes it further, pointing to the weight difference alongside Inoue's superior skill as reasons to expect a dominant one-sided performance. In his view, Inoue's real tests are not found against smaller opponents at all, but higher up at featherweight, where the competition finally matches his skill level and presents the kind of challenge capable of pushing the monster to his absolute limits. A lot of people feel like their skills are very similar, and it is actually the fact that Inoue is at a higher weight class.
He is susceptible to more things than Bam is, because Bam uses his feet so well. So I think Bam's feet are what gonna give him the advantage, because he can avoid Inoue's north and south attack. Inoue is not gonna be able to avoid his east and west attack, and that's gonna be tough. So now, what we gotta see for Bam is, can you take Inoue's punch? Because 9 times out of 10, Inoue gonna hit you once or twice. Because like you say, he does get touched a lot. So he gonna get touched. Can you take that? Because if you can take that, then you can beat him. But if you can't take that, then that's the question.
Inoue was way better. Turning to the moments inside Bam's camp, which offer a closer look at the preparation behind the fighter. Bam's camp is putting his ring intelligence on full display.
Doing Inoue versus Bam Rodriguez. What do you think about that?
I don't think it's a good idea for Bam.
For Bam, no?
I don't think so.
You think it's too high in weight, you think?
Yeah, that too, but I think even skill-wise, I don't think so.
Really? So you think Inoue's skill level is just...
Yeah.
Is it the same case you feel like it is in Junto, or Inoue you think it's just a level above?
It all comes from being intelligent. And I think that is what separates the guy the most, is the intelligence. Digging deeper into the mid-session, Bam breaks down why he cycles through 3 different coaches across a demanding 12 rounds. The rotation is not random, he explains. It is structured to keep his technical sharpness intact while managing the physical toll of that much sustained work. Each coach brings a different focus, keeping the session fresh instead of letting fatigue dull his precision late on.
A lot of people feel like their skills are very similar, and it's actually the fact that Inoue's at a higher weight class. So it's intriguing to hear you say that.
I would say if Bam could win the jab, like front hand against Naoya, I think he can give him trouble. I think, but I think it's very difficult to win the jab battle against Naoya. Because Junto jab is very good, but yeah, Naoya was...
Later in the session, attention shifts to specific combinations and counters built for a range of opponent styles. Bam works through reactions tailored for southpaws, brawlers, and whatever look might show up across the ring on fight night. It is less about repetition for its own sake and more about building instincts that hold up regardless of who is actually standing in front of him. Step under, and then 1, 2.
Tell him something, and he just does it on his own. Like, the elite level guys are so smart, they're so cerebral in everything that they do. That's, I think, the main thing that sets them apart, because we have a lot of guys that they all work hard. We have 4-rounders, 6-rounders, 8-round fighters that all work hard. But the stuff that we do in the gym, the way we do, like, the most basic example, like when we're using Bam, is how he pivots and stuff. We try to teach a lot of fighters to do that, but they can't do it in the fight. They won't even try it in the fight. But Bam is smart enough to know when to use it, how to use it properly, and then still, stay balanced and stuff. But that all comes from being intelligent, and I think that's what separates the guys the most, is the intelligence.
Talk me through why the switch between coaches.
Well, I think it's multiple reasons. One reason, just because I think maybe they get tired of holding the mitts, their hands start hurting, their elbows start hurting. Second, each coach has a different style between mitts. One might be more technical, the other coach might be more stamina. I feel like that's what we have here in this gym, so that's why we rotate coaches.
To what Rodriguez does when he is not deep in a formal camp. He keeps himself sharp through shadow boxing and steady bag work. He also opens up about top dog boxing, revealing he helped his brother land on the name, and notes the gym has been thriving lately with a steady wave of new members signing up. Rodriguez's brother lights up talking about the gym itself, calling it a genuinely badass experience for the kids who get to see him training there in person. Beyond the atmosphere, he values simply being around to watch his brother work, describing it as something he genuinely looks forward to rather than an obligation. The debates are only getting louder, and this fight seems close to getting signed, which means there is a lot more coming before Inoue and Bam ever touch gloves. We will keep tracking every angle as this story develops, from the gym floor to the panel desks. If you do not want to miss a beat, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because this build-up is just getting started.